Good evening, folks, and how are you guys today? Today we'll be talking about preschoolers and tying shoes. Quite ironic because when you think about tying shoes and preschoolers, woo, you think about a headache. But it's possible. It can definitely happen. And I have this book today that I use when I taught a couple children how to tie their shoes. It works. It's quite a good book. Is there anybody here today that had to teach a preschooler or a child how to tie their shoes?
Yes.
Okay, how was your experience?
Frustrating.
Frustrating? It can really be frustrating, but it's quite easy. I taught my daughter in about 2 weeks, I'll say. But I had one kid at one point in time that she was about 7. Now my daughter, when I taught her how to tie her shoes, she was 4. But this little girl was about 7 and she couldn't tie her shoes. And one day we were sitting around and I was like, told my daughter to tie her shoes. And she was like, she can tie her shoes? I said, yes, she can tie her shoes. And she was like, well, I don't know how to tie my shoes. I said, well, come on, sit down. I'm going to teach you how to tie your shoes. And she was like, you are? She was quite happy. At first she couldn't get it. I used the bunny ears method. At first she couldn't get it. However, it took me about an hour and she got it. She ran down the street. She was so happy. She told her mother that I taught her how to tie her shoes. She was happy about it. So the bunny ear method is just taking the shoestrings one at a time, making a bunny ear, and then you teach them how to put it in a rabbit hole, which is quite easy that we think, but for them, they don't think it's quite easy. It's quite difficult for them. However, you know, it can be difficult when a preschooler trying to grasp that concept and they find motor skills. Some of them don't have them down all the way. So it becomes quite hard and they get frustrated, they cry, they get upset. But you just have to reassure them that it'll be okay and that they can do it. You have to feed them confidence in order for them to be confident and for them to get it. Because if you don't, they'll give up. And you don't want them giving up because then they'll feel defeated. And, you know, they won't be happy about that. And you don't want to make no child feel that way. Because then they won't want to learn at all, period. It's going to be done with. That time is wasted because now they're defeated. So when you use that method, and I also use a reward. You learn how to tie your shoes, you get a treat. Or we'll go to the store. Which that gives them incentive to actually want to do it. They really want to do it because they like, now, I'm going to get this treat. Yeah, they're excited about it, really happy about it. So as I was saying, you know, this little girl, it only took me 1 hour and she really got it. And her mother was like, oh, I've been trying to teach her how to tie her shoes for X amount of time. And I'm like, I said, well, you know, I just encouraged her. I told her that she could do it and that it's easy. It might not seem easy, but it's quite easy. And once you get it, you're going to be happy about it and you're going to want to do it all the time. So, once she grabbed it, she got it, and she's been tying her shoes ever since. She see me now when I come around, and she be like, Miss Tamara, I tie my own shoes today. I got it. I know how to do it. And I was like, oh, it made me feel really happy. So, with that being said, I was a teacher for 13 years, and I taught grades from kindergarten to preschoolers to 2-year-olds. And you can't teach a 2-year-old how to tie their shoe. They just don't grasp that. But it's quite fun. So that's what had me and got me into the mindset of, okay, well, I have these kids all day long. I might as well teach my preschoolers how to tie their shoes. And so that's why I grabbed this book, for us to read the book and then for us to learn how to tie the shoes. Because this book right here, it shows how the child got defeated and they gave up and they didn't want to do it no more. And also how they kept asking family members to help them tie their shoe and the family member couldn't do it. So then he got so upset that he said, I'm going to try on my own. And once he tried on his own, he actually got it. So this was a really good book to show them that they can do it and they don't need an adult all the time to help them tie their shoes. So I recommend this book. This book is by Rashonda Strickland, which is my daughter's Head Start teacher, and it's a really good book, and she was a really good teacher. Um, so, with that being said, I recommend you guys using the bunny ear method if you're trying to teach a child how to tie their shoes. It can be a little bit confusing and a bit scary to the child, but they will grasp it and learn it, and it doesn't take long. And after the fact, trust me, it'll make your day and theirs, because you'll feel happy that you helped them learn how to accomplish a goal in their life that they're going to keep with them forever. Thank you.